Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Rural Rapport. Thanks for joining us today, and feel free at any time to drop any questions you may have about our presentation into the chat. I'm Heidi Kolbeck-Urlacher, and I am a Senior Policy Associate here at the Center for Rural Affairs, where we are committed to building strong and resilient rural communities. So I am based in Brandon, South Dakota, but I'm coming to you live thanks to the internet. And today I'm going to be discussing internet access, and in particular, a federal initiative that you may be eligible for that provides a discount on your monthly internet bill. I'm also going to be talking about a couple of bills that we are watching in the state legislatures that deal with broadband expansion. So we all know that broadband is a crucial aspect of everyday life, vital for work, school, business, healthcare, and so much more. Yet many households still lack access to broadband. In fact, it's estimated that 42 million Americans don't have access to broadband, and many of them are in rural areas. In my home state of South Dakota, it's estimated that 135,000 people, or 1 in 6 South Dakotans, lack adequate broadband access. And just last month, the center wrapped up surveying South Dakotans on broadband access. And so we'll be having some more information to share with you about the kinds of challenges and needs that were expressed in that survey more in the future, so keep your eyes peeled. Last month, the federal government made permanent an initiative aimed at ensuring that more people can afford broadband. This initiative is called the Affordable Connectivity Program, and it provides qualifying households a monthly discount on their internet bill. According to a recent report by Broadband Now, more than 37 million households are eligible to qualify for this broadband benefit, but only 7 million are actually enrolled. In South Dakota, we have over 51,000 households that are estimated to be eligible to apply for this broadband benefit program, but only 3,700 people are enrolled. In fact, North Dakota and South Dakota rank the lowest in the nation for enrollment in this benefit program, with only 3 to 5% of eligible households actually taking advantage of this broadband discount. And in nearby states of Minnesota, Nebraska, and Iowa, only 11 to 13% of eligible households were enrolled. So we know this is really underused. So what does this program do exactly? The Affordable Connectivity Program, which was formerly known as the Emergency Broadband Benefit, is a tool to make broadband more affordable and accessible to all households. It provides a discount of $30 to qualifying households and $75 to households located on qualifying tribal lands for a monthly discount on your internet bill. Additionally, households that are eligible for this program can receive up to $100 toward the purchase of a laptop, desktop, or tablet, as long as they contribute $10 or more towards the purchase. This is a great way to lower your internet bill, your monthly internet bill, and also receive access to some new technology. In order to qualify for the Affordable Connectivity Program, households must meet one of the following criteria: be approved for free and reduced school lunch or breakfast in the years from 2019 forward, in any of the years from 2019 forward, have an income at or below 200% of federal poverty guidelines, participate in federal assistance programs such as SNAP, WIC, Medicaid, Social Security, federal public housing assistance, veterans pension and survivors benefit, or Lifeline. If your family is receiving a federal Pell Grant in the current award year, you would qualify. And if you meet eligibility requirements from your broadband provider's existing low-income program. Also, participation in any tribal assistance programs such as BIA General Assistance, Head Start, Tribal TANF, and food distribution programs on Indian reservations also qualify. So this program is really an opportunity to expand broadband access by lowering the cost of your services, providing that monthly discount on a regular basis, and making more broadband more affordable and accessible to all households. Again, this program was recently made permanent, so I encourage you to find out if you can apply by looking at the eligibility requirements and the application, and they can be found at acpbenefit.org. Now, moving more locally now, the state legislative sessions are kicking off. They're well in full swing at this point. and we're monitoring several bills that are related to broadband expansion, both in South Dakota and Nebraska. Here in South Dakota, the Center supports Senate Bill 55, which is a bill brought at the request of the Governor's Office for Economic Development. And it appropriates $50 million in federal fund expenditures to be used for grants for the continued expansion of broadband. Last year, we saw a bill that was similar that created $100 million of investment in broadband infrastructure, and we applaud that effort. We know that broadband infrastructure is lacking in many areas of the state. In 2019, Governor Noem said that within half of South Dakota's rural counties, a quarter of the residents lack adequate broadband access. And in some of those counties, up to half of the residents in the county lack access. So we just know this is very important. We're excited to see this bill come forward, and it will be heard in the Senate Commerce and Energy Committee, but a hearing has not yet been scheduled. In Nebraska, Legislative Bill 914 is also a bill that we support. This requires the Public Service Commission to create and maintain a broadband map and repository. This bill is important because the data from this map will be used as a tool to determine where broadband access is sufficient and where it is not, and it could be improved. We know that this is very important because often the mapping tools used by the FCC are inaccurate in rural areas. This map will help shore up those needs and identify where public resources and investments should be made. Much of Nebraska, like South Dakota, is in need of broadband infrastructure investment, and this accurate data will help make that process go smoother. This bill has been scheduled for a hearing in the Transportation and Telecommunications Committee on February 8th. So that's all that I have for you today. I appreciate you checking in with me today to learn more about expanding rural broadband access. Please reach out to us if you have any questions about any of the bills that we are watching this year or about applying for the Affordable Connectivity Program. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for joining us on the Rural Rapport.